An intense fire causes a house to collapse, then police make a deadly discovery. Is the travel nightmare finally coming to an end when Southwest is promising things will return to normal after days of cancellations, and why there are new calls for an investigation into price gouging? Brett?
Our next rainmaker is taking shape. It's going to give us a good dose of rain. We'll talk about how much and when it will get here in just a bit. Paula.
Plus, we do have a look back at some of our favorite stories of the past year. It takes us to the spot high above Michigan's stunning fall colors. It's all first at 4.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
First at 4, investigators wrap up a search for survivors in a fire and house collapse. We've been following the rescue efforts all day. The body of a man was found inside a home that caught fire on Florida Street near Central Avenue and I-94. That's on Detroit's west side. When firefighters got there early this morning, flames were coming out of the roof and the windows. You see it in that video there. They had to leave the home when it started to collapse. One neighbor was woken up by the light from the fire.
The heat was so bad. You see, it's warped my house. It's warped my neighbor's house. I mean, there would have been nothing we could have done.
The cause of that fire is still under investigation. One of the leaders of the plot to kidnap Governor Whitmer is appealing his sentence. This week, Adam Fox was sentenced to 16 years in federal prison for planning to abduct the governor and blow up a bridge to escape. Fox was convicted of conspiracy charges. Police downriver are investigating a home invasion that turned into a deadly shooting. Police say a 35-year-old homeowner shot and killed a 41-year-old man in Southgate overnight. It happened at a home on Cunningham near Fort Street and North Line Road. Police say this was not random and the two actually knew each other. The suspected shooter is in custody and investigators are still looking into the circumstances to determine if charges should be filed. The chaos with Southwest Airlines continues today, but there is some hope for tomorrow. The airline says it expects to return to normal operations. Today, Southwest canceled 2,300 flights as it struggles with the aftermath of weather and inadequate technology. According to FlightAware, only 40 flights have been canceled for tomorrow. Stranded travelers trying to book flights on other airlines are now finding sky-high prices. Google flight information shows prices surging on one-way trips out of airports where Southwest operates. For example, a one-way flight from Washington, D.C. to L.A. today costs $1,500. Baggage is still piling up at airports across the country. Take a look at one man's reaction when he finally got his bag at Chicago's Midway Airport.
I just haven't had this bag in a week. I've been wearing other people's clothes. I want to wear my wardrobe.
I mean, can you blame them? Southwest has added a page to its website for travelers who were stranded, but thousands of customers still cannot even reach the airline. There are now calls for the Department of Transportation to investigate price gouging. Now, a member of Michigan's congressional delegation is calling for an investigation into Southwest. Here's Sean Lay with a look at what he's working on for the news at 5.
Good afternoon here from Detroit Metro. Take a look. Southwest, no passengers here. Look at the counter. No one working either. Southwest again canceling another 2,300 flights nationwide today as it says it's scrambling to resume normal operations, they hope, by tomorrow. Now, I caught up with our local Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib to ask her what can be done about all of this. She says not only does she feel terrible for the Southwest passengers stranded all around the country, unable to get to see family members during the holidays, but she also says when she gets back to Washington in just days, she will insist that Congress hold this airline accountable.
We need to do more. And it's not just like a little credit, you know, that's not going to prevent this from not happening again.
More on Southwest's plans to resume those normal operations and more with my conversation about what can be done about this with Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. We'll see you at 5:30.
And we have sad news to pass along to you this afternoon with an iconic figure in the sports world passing away. Pelé was a Brazilian soccer legend who is still the only player to ever win the World Cup 3 times. His vast career included giving soccer a higher profile in North America when he joined the New York Cosmos in the 1970s. Recently, he'd undergone treatment for colon cancer and had been hospitalized for the past month. He's widely regarded as one of the biggest global sports icons in history. Pelé was surrounded by family when he died. He was 82 years old. It is noticeably warmer out there today with temperatures in the 50s, but we are in for a rainy end to 2022. Forewarned meteorologist Brett Collar is here with more on conditions that we rarely see and have to talk about at the end of December. Brett?
Yeah, keep in mind the normal high this time of the year is about 34 degrees. Knocked it out of the park today, and we'll do it again tomorrow as that rain is set to arrive. A lot of clouds out there. Still see some sheets of ice floating down the river, but it's plenty mild. We've got this southerly wind to thank for that, and it's still breezy out there, so keep that in mind if you have any plans to be out. Upper 40s, low 50s across the area. The next system is taking shape. It's kind of got two components to it at the moment. Moisture coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. On the backside, a lot of snow. We don't see the snow. For us, it's going to be the rain tomorrow and Saturday. But this evening down at Chrysler Arena should be dry and quiet. Maybe a couple of drips or drops later on this evening. As that next system approaches, make sure that you download the Forewarned Weather app. Right there in the palm of your hands, you can track the rain and also get an hour-by-hour forecast. It's all free. Just search WDIV Weather in your app store.
The city of Buffalo is starting to reopen as crews continue searching for people who may be stranded after that devastating blizzard. The city's driving ban was lifted just after midnight. Officials say significant progress has been made on snow removal after 4 feet fell on the city. More than 36 people have died in western New York because of the blizzard. Officials fear they may find more victims as the snow melts. The National Guard is going door to door to check on people there. We end 2022 with more people out of work. The U.S. Labor Department says first-time unemployment benefits rose in the last week. 225,000 new claims were filed last week. That's 9,000 more than the week before. Experts say the labor market is still strong despite the Federal Reserve's efforts to cool down the economy. We continue to look back at some of our favorite stories of the year. First at 4, we're able to take you places some of you may not have time to visit yourselves. You may remember just a few months ago, Paula Tutman took a trip to Boyne Mountain to show us the longest timber towered suspension bridge in the entire world. She found some pretty incredible views, fall colors, and heard from people who found the visit to be a bit challenging. Take a look.
Sky Bridge, Michigan, touted as the world's longest timber-towered suspension bridge. In plain English, that means 1,023 feet of walking surface on a bridge that seems magically suspended in midair. At its highest point, 118 feet.
Those 3-inch main cables up there each have a braking strength, a minimum braking strength of 1.2 million pounds.
Early in the morning, a team inspects the entire span. And then the real fun begins.
Come on through.
I don't want to go. And just about at the middle, a surprise. A 36-foot section of glass. So you can see just how far up you really are.
You see them pause and they do a little toe tap just to be sure.
No way to avoid it. You gotta cross it or turn around.
It's my birthday and you're supposed to just think out of the box. Oh my God, this bridge is moving!
When you first step on the glass, it's a little unnerving. So I was hanging onto the rail, and then I talked myself into just looking down, and yeah, it messes with your head a little bit.
Something that a lot of people don't realize, and it seems counterintuitive, but when I'm standing here on the glass, this is actually engineered to be stronger than the walking surface of the rest of the bridge.
Despite the feat of sheer engineering, the elephant in the room is it sways and rocks in the wind.
At first when it swung, I got really scared because I thought it was going to break because of the wind, but now I kind of think it's cool when it spins.
I took my Dramamine. Yes, I took my Dramamine. I knew I get motion sickness. And I took that all-day Dramamine, and it works out. I mean, I can feel it move, but I'm not getting sick.
and depending on who's doing what on the bridge and when, making it terrifying for most the first 1 or 2 times they cross.
Just the height and like looking down, and if this thing gives out on us, I hope not.
Happy holiday season, everyone. So this is why this is one of our favorite stories, because even though we got some really cool adventure points, it was really a tough story to get into the can. So start with the fact that it was windy and the bridge was swaying and our photographer couldn't use a tripod and the drone was getting beaten up by the wind. And it was really like standing on the rolling waves of an ocean. And so while it looked really fun and really easy for us, the great thing was actually meeting our deadlines and getting the story on the air without anyone getting seasick. Paula Tutman, Local 4.
The perfect assignment for Paula. Tomorrow on First at 4, we have 3 words for you. Drumsticks on fire. We'll show you how a high school drumline that's taking their performances to the next level. Another one of Paula's best. That's coming up tomorrow. Still to come First at 4, Starbucks is making a change that will cost its most loyal customers more. We'll explain. Plus, at first, people thought it was an oil spill, and then they realized it was something incredible, the massive group of ducks moving through the Straits of Mackinac. But first, people jumped from a roof of a hotel and casino in Southeast Asia as a fire tears through the building. We'll take you inside next.